Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to my class. I am Soumya. In this video, I am sharing some knowledge on the topic carcinogens, and this is the part 3 video on the topic cancer. Now, let's start with the topic, that is carcinogens. So, what are these carcinogens are? First, we will learn the definition here. The carcinogens, these are nothing but substances or agents that cause cancer are called carcinogens. These carcinogens are classified into following types, okay, which are those, that is, in that first one, these are classified into following three types. In that first one, that is physical carcinogens. Physical carcinogens. The second type is chemical carcinogens, and the third type is biological carcinogens. So we got to know the meaning of carcinogens here. Carcinogens means these are nothing but substances which causes cancer are called carcinogens, and there are three types, that is physical carcinogens, chemical carcinogens and biological carcinogens. Now we will study in detail one by one. We will start with the first one, that is physical carcinogens. So now we will know the meaning of the physical carcinogens. What are these physical carcinogens are? The physical carcinogens are nothing but these are particles, okay. These particles may be soft or hard materials that are not, or you can say they are insoluble in water. Those are called as physical carcinogens. I repeat once again, here physical carcinogens are particles of soft or hard material that are not soluble in water. The physical carcinogens includes metals, metallic alloys, synthetic products and other natural materials, and these physical carcinogens also includes the radioactive materials. For example, radiations, UV rays and then X-rays, etc. So these all, we can say, these are all physical carcinogens which causes cancer to the living beings. For example, if I have to say here, the physical if you exposure of laboratory animals to X-ray and other radioactive substances has been shown to cause the cancer. See, for example, if you are anyone who is prolonged exposing themselves to the chemicals and radioactive materials, for example X-rays, UV rays, they will have those persons have high chances of getting the cancer. For example, even scientists, if they have to find out something, so they will expose the animals, laboratory animals, to the X-rays. Those that will actually causes the cancer, okay. And even for the best example, over exposure of human skin to solar radiations such as UV light, like UVB, UVC causes mutations and in the skin cells which are found to induce the cancer. And I can mention some more physical carcinogens. So those are, you can say, electric equipments including hair dryers and TV, computers, electronic shavers, etc. These actually emit around 30 to 100 times greater radiations than the permissible limit. So prolonged exposure to these radiations can cause cancers like leukemia, brain tumor, etc. Okay, so physical carcinogens means these are nothing but the soft. I will just give a quick recall here. The physical carcinogens are nothing but particles which may be soft, or they may be soft or hard particles which causes the cancer, right? So here in that first one which I have given, they may include the metals, okay, and they also includes the metallic alloys, And then the next example I have given is synthetic products. Okay, synthetic products are nothing but synthesis. You know the word synthesis, right? Synthesis means prepared, so synthesized products. Okay, means in that they will use more chemicals, and those chemicals are very harmful. Okay, so those kind of synthetic products also causes the cancer, and also it includes the other natural materials also, and also radioactive materials. Okay, radioactive materials. And then another example which I have given is electronic equipments. Electronic equipments, these actually causes the prolonged exposure. Even in home itself we are using. So while you are using these things, be careful about, concern about how much we have to use these things. Okay, because prolonged exposure to these things will cause us the cancer, so be careful. Now we will move on to the, I guess we have completed the first one. We will move on to the second one, that is chemical carcinogens. So we will now look at what are those chemical carcinogens which causes the cancer here. The best example which I have taken the chemicals the first example which I have taken is tobacco. Okay, tobacco and its smoke actually causes the cancer, and the this is the first one. And the second one is reactive chemicals. Reactive chemicals causes the cancer. And then the third one here is additives, etc. So I will just briefly explain these three points on chemical carcinogens. Tobacco, we know that tobacco is the most of the peoples are using the tobacco. Even as in the beginning of the starting of the movie, they will show that don't use the tobacco and smoke, but still peoples are there are so many awareness, we are creating so much awareness, but still people are using these things. But it is good to avoid using the tobacco and its smoke. Tobacco is the what is this tobacco? Tobacco is the dried leaf of the plant Nicotiana tabacum. It is usually rolled. Okay, it is usually rolled and flaked and then burned to inhale the smoke. That is actually tobacco. And this tobacco smoke contain in chemical component, a major component which is carcinogenic, that is nicotine. So as a result of incomplete burning of this tobacco, many cancer causing polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon compounds are going to form as a brownish tar deposition, that is actually called as smoke tar. That smoke tar, if you have to say, roughly about 20 mg of milligram of smoke tar passes into the lungs of a smoker when he smokes one cigarette, which causes a lung cancer. Okay, so that much deadly dangerous it is. So try to avoid intaking of these, that is tobacco and smoking. Okay, please avoid those things. And next one, reactive chemicals. Here there are many cancer causing chemicals in our environment, such as tar, dyes, aromatic compounds, nickel, lead, arsenic, and then alpha-toxins, etc. And exposure to these chemicals can cause the cancer. And the next one, the third one, we completed these two. Third one is additives. So here nowadays, because of so much modernization, and nowadays we are using so much of packed food, that is actually very dangerous for the health. Sorry, additives of many kinds used as a coloring agents, preservatives are also culprit of cancer. Like for example, the chlorine has been questioned as a water additive because certain chlorine compounds are known to produce mutations which leads to cancer. Okay, not only chlorine, we can say, we can take so many examples, like we are eating the outside food, so roadside food, and those people we use the, while preparing they will use the so much of coloring agents to attract the customers, and actually in turn that causes cancer to us. So what I would like to mention here is that prepare your own food. It is possible, like bring your all the ingredients, prepare in your home itself, and if you know, if you don't know how to cook, refer the channel. So many channels are there, they will guide you to cook your favorite food and have the food peaceful in the home itself, because you know what are the things you have added, and you know how to wash it and how to make it, right? So that actually fulfills your wishing to eat your favorite food, and also avoids you from so many viruses, so many water based diseases. So that's how you can avoid the so many diseases, and also including the cancer, because we are going to use the less chemical, we're avoiding the chemicals by doing these things. So that is the one thing because this is the major issue now, because we know everywhere the food is available, we people are attracted to that, and we are going to eat whatever we are seeing. So we shouldn't do that. We should be careful what we are intaking, what we are giving to our gut or our to our stomach. Okay, now we will move on to the last one. I guess we have completed this chemical carcinogen. Now we will move on to the third one, biological carcinogens. Third one, biological carcinogens. For biological carcinogens, have taken the example of the first one, immune deficiency, and then the next one is viruses. These are the biological carcinogens. The next one, mutations and translocations, and the fourth one is oncogenes. In the previous video, in the part 1 video, I have given some hints on oncogenes. No worries, I will repeat once again. If you want in that detail, you can watch my part 1 and part 2 videos. I am hoping those videos will also be helpful for you. Thank you. If you are interested, you can watch those. Now I will continue with the first one, that is immune deficiency. So here, immune deficiency, see, we should have that is the first thing. So we have faced the corona time. That time we used to say that immune protecting, making strong, building strong immune system is very important, right? Not only for that, in our daily life we should work on building the good immune system. Even the weak immune deficiency actually causes the cancer. Sometimes certain normal cells of the body may transform into cancer cells, and such cells are immediately recognized and destroyed by immune system, for like lymphocytes and macrophages of the body. But what happens if there is a deficiency in the immune system of the body? The transformed cells are not killed, they are escaped from the immune system, and hence they will continually start to proliferate, means continually they will multiply, and that actually causes the cancer. Okay, that is actually defines immune deficiency, right? The next one is viruses. Here the viruses which causes cancer are called as oncogenetic viruses. Okay, they are divided into two types. In that, first one is RNA oncogenic virus, and the second one is DNA oncogenic virus. For example, RNA oncogenic viruses, we can give the example of hepatitis C virus, and for DNA oncogenic virus, we can give the example of hepatitis B virus, is said to be associated with human liver cancer. Okay, so these are the viruses actually which causes the cancer. Now we will move on to the third one, that is mutations and translocations. Obviously this is the main important point. See here, mutations means, so we know that we have a definite DNA sequence, right? So we know that we have a definite DNA sequence. So if this DNA sequence is interrupted or disrupted, that actually causes the mutations. Okay, translocation, you can see here, it is easy to understand. Translocation, we know the meaning of location. Location means a place. Okay, here trans means it is displaced, it is misplaced. So for example, we have a nucleotide here. I am just writing for to give the example. Okay, so this is, if you think this is a sequence. Okay, if this is a sequence, so we know that this is the code, right? This is one code. If there is a missing of this one, or this entire nucleotide, instead of being in the first place, if it is goes and binds here, okay, this actually means the translocation, the place is displaced here. So that will actually disrupt the coding sequence, and that actually it will interrupt the to do the specific function, right? So that's why it actually leads to a cancer. So these actually mutations and translocation, we used to call it as a chromosomal aberrations or translocations. These actually brings the changes in the gene sequence or nucleotide sequence involving substitution, insertion and deletion. So substitution means instead of A you can see the C, or you can, instead of C it should be C here. Instead of that we are going to see the T as some other nucleotide. That actually causes this, that is actually substitution, mutation, insertion. So here I said, here it is only AAG should be present, but if any other thing, any other nucleotide comes and binds here, this actually interrupt the sequence again, that is actually called as insertion. And here we are seeing one codon here, CTT. So if there is a missing of this region, means it is deleted, that is actually called as deletion. So that is also a causes a cancer. So such rearrangements may disrupt the normal gene control that originally prevents the overgrowth of the cells and losses of the genetic control that may lead to a cancer. Okay, these are all the some of the examples, and we will move on to the next one, that is oncogenes. So what are these oncogenes? Oncogenes is a gene that has the potential to cause cancer. Oncogenes are generally mutated forms of the normal cells of the genes. Okay, normal cellular genes. So normal cellular genes are nothing but proto-oncogenes. Okay, proto-oncogene is a normal gene that could become an oncogene due to mutation or increased expression. Okay, so these proto-oncogenes regulate the PCD, that is apoptosis, programmed cell death. The defective version of these proto-oncogenes are known as oncogenes. Okay, that actually can causes a cell to divide in an unregular manner that will lead to cancer. For this, best example is retinoblastoma. So there is a one gene here, that is mutations in the RB1 gene. Okay, mutations in RB1 gene are responsible for most cases of retinoblastoma. Most mutations in the RB1 gene prevents it from making any functional protein, so it is unable to regulate cell division effectively. As a result, certain cells in the retina can divide uncontrollably to form a cancerous tumor. I am hoping that this video is helpful for you guys. So if you learn something new, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone.